Hey, it's your girl Jennifer back with another Monday Musing. So today, I was thinking I need to take care of this problem I have right here, which is, yeah, my sump pump. So, there are times as a homeowner that you have to do what you have to do, right? And so, if you don't know this, I live in my grandparents' home. I inherited their home, and it's older. And being a homeowner, there's some things that need to be taken care of from time to time. And for today, oh yes, it's this God-forsaken sump pump. But in all jokes aside, the sump pump is very important. It keeps my basement from flooding, and it takes the water that would sit around the house and it pushes it back out towards the sewer, so that way I don't have water issues in my basement. And years ago, when my grandmother was still alive and living in the house, we did have water issues. And when I inherited and moved in, I actually had to have waterproofing done around the perimeter of the house. And if any of you know, waterproofing is not a easy or cheap venture. So I want to stay on top of my sump pump for those reasons. And so I did text the plumber and I was like, hey, my check valve seems to be, no, not seems, it is leaking. It's a pinhole leak. I'm seeing it, actually come from the sleeve. And so I did a little research, which I'm prone to do, and decided, you know what, this is a task that I'm going to try to complete myself. Now, this isn't the first thing that I've done around the house. I've changed outdoor outlets, my porch light, my ceiling fan in my kitchen. I've cleaned carburetors both on my lawnmower and my snow blower. I've done a myriad of things around my house because YouTube is a wonderful thing. You're here, right? And you get a lot of education. So I want to talk to you about not being intimidated and keeping yourself educated, if for nothing else, so that when you do call contractors in or, tradesmen in or whomever to do whatever you need around your house and outside in your yard, you know what you're talking about and you know the services that you expect to have rendered. So, as you can see, it's not a pretty job, but somebody's got to do it. So I'm going to get back to you after I get done. Here is the new valve that I'm going to put in. It seems like a relatively simple job. I Googled it and I looked at a couple of videos, and even though it is intimidating, there have been many times in the midst of, I changed my garbage disposal, in the midst of the job that I was like, oh, Jesus, please help me. Like, I'm prayerful through the process all the time. One, first for safety, and then two, to ensure that I don't make matters worse. There are some things that I know full well I can't do, but there's other things that I have really, certainly throughout the year, surprised myself. So I'll check back with you. Okay, the sump pump check valve has been changed. All is well. The sump pump is plugged back in, draining properly. This is the old sump pump check valve. And I actually had a pinhole leak here at the top of the sleeve. And so I changed it all. And it was about time after I did a little bit more research, I realized that when I could hear it like making funny noises when it would drain the water, that that was probably my check valve letting me know then that we were getting ready to have some issues. So now when the sump pump runs, other than hearing the sump pump itself, I don't hear any noises of like, I don't even know how to describe it. I think it's like of the valve on the inside of the valve, the check valve closing to keep all the water that it takes out of the sump pump. It comes up through the check valve, and see, it's on now, and then it keeps the water here, and it just, all you hear is a click of when it cut off. You don't hear anything else. So I'm happy. I can tell the plumber thanks, but no thanks. And it was a trip getting the sleeve off there for a second. But if you take your time and you're patient and you don't panic and you actually, you understand what you're doing, it's a breeze. Yeah, it's a nasty job. Okay, my sump pump pit is not a great sight, which is why, have ways to camouflage it in the room that it's in. But it is very important and integral to my home and the things that I have in it. So I want to make sure that it is, the maintenance is kept up and it's always in good working condition. Anything you put your mind to, you can do. And that's why continuous learning, aha, I'm touching bases a little bit on leadership matters, even during this Monday musing. But that's why continuous learning is important. Always stay open to new opportunities, new challenges to grow your skill set and to learn something new. As long as you're here, we still have another day to get it right. We still have other opportunities to expand our horizon. So hopefully this has encouraged you. If there's some things you need to do around the house or anywhere else, you got this. Just go ahead and, put your mind to it. Have a great week.